So a couple of years ago I made a video about the COVID restrictions where I think we kind of agreed that Welsh government kind of didn't really know what they were doing in stores by telling people like Tesco's they couldn't buy essential items. Well, now it's the turn of Cardiff Council. They are doing some roadworks. Now, we'll get to what the roadworks are for in a few minutes. This is caused by the roadworks. Now, obviously it's one way only, because the roadworks are blocking off one side of the road, which is fantastic. Yes, you can ask why, and as I said, we're going to get to that in a few minutes. But as you can see, the queue of traffic goes on. I mean, the last thing you want on a Friday night, is to have a long queue going home. Now, about a week ago, Wales Online, not exactly everybody's cup of tea, posted an article about Leckwith Road and Leckwith Road's traffic jams. All the cars here are trying to go onto Leckwith Road. What can you say? No? They're getting annoyed by people walking over the road. But yes, Leckwith Road is a hellhole. Try driving it on a Sunday. Try driving it on a Sunday it's worse than it'll ever be. Right now, that's not the case if you approach it from its normal road. Now, I will resume this video in a minute to show you exactly why this traffic is being caused. Because there's a reason, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't be making this video if it wasn't a reason that annoys me, but I'm sure pisses off commuters in the city. Just for the record, as you can see, the traffic goes back and back and back. If you work in Cardiff but live outside of it, you're fucked. Okay, so to give context as well on the traffic, we have found the Grave store, and we found the Grave store, and the traffic still going on. So yeah, I mean, if you search on Google Maps for the Ash Memorial store, you will see how long this traffic's going on for. Okay, so we're about to turn onto the root of the problem. We'll just show one last look at the traffic. Back of the traffic, it is quite a long way. I'd have to check how long the road was on maps, but it must be at least half a mile. You've got, well, you do have more traffic queuing back there as well. But now really, problem that we're about to come to. Okay, so you think, what fantastic things are they doing for this? What fantastic things must they be doing to improve our roads, to make things better? Yeah, surely it can't be something for nothing. Surely they've got an idea. Well, they do. They want to make the pavements thicker. They want to make the road thinner and the pavements thicker. That's what they're looking to do. That's what this is all about. Yes, they might also check some pipes at the time, but once again, it's your local council just fucking around. And I think this is a problem that people have with Cardiff Council, is that too many times is it just stupid policies to fuck around. Just to give some geographical context to this road, it's a Cardiff City Stadium football team plays, of course. It's down at the end of this road, turn left, go down, turn right, and about 100, maybe 100, 200 metres down there. Reality is as well, they've already made the pavement on the other side thicker during the COVID pandemic, So of course what's happened is they've made the road, you can see where it was, right? First line there, that was about the end of the pavement. They then added the next bit. They made the pavement thicker there. So now this is a one-way road, which obviously has the impact on the other road, which you've just seen. When they're not doing this, that other road, I mean, there's traffic, this is a city, but not in a level, not near that level. And the stupid thing with making this road thinner, you literally have new houses being built down to the right, and also behind the houses straight in front. And you're thinking, but we elected them. They don't tell you they're going to do this shit. This is just power hungry. This is people trying to do things for the sake of doing things, and that's what we need less of. If I was to do a bunch of videos about Cardiff and what I see in the city, you'd see videos about how homelessness has gone up through the roof. Not enough is being done. You've got a case in the scenario where homeless people can get a job, and if they're in a homeless shelter, which most people will do anything to avoid the homeless shelter, whether that's sleep in the tent or anything, if they've got that issue, then those people will have to pay £1,000 a month to be in that homeless shelter. A lot of the economy is part-time jobs. So you can imagine this homeless person who's just fallen on their luck, finds a job, £800 a month at 18 hours a week. Okay, happy days. No, because you're going to have to pay every single penny of that and 200 quid more to the council for putting you in a shithole that's honestly worse than the prison. That's the council we're dealing with, that's the people we're dealing with running the city, and that's what needs to change. This isn't about party politics. This is about a bunch of people who've come complacent on their ideas, who feel that they're not doing something, so they have to do something. And to be honest with you, it's getting to a point where it's a disgrace. Frankly, a lot of the road changes since 2020 have only increased traffic. You've also got the 20 mile an hour road limit, which is obviously a national side of things. But you've got an area where it's a dual carriageway, where it goes down to 20 miles an hour. Why? And the bit where most people cross the road, where there's a Tesco, it's gone up to 50 by then, fine. You got the same down in Leckwith. They also put in more traffic lights in Leckwith, about 30 yards away from the other one, because there's a school there. Now I'm being honest, right? People have got legs, right? We walk. If you can't walk 30 yards, then you're not going to be walking in to school, are you? So you'll be getting some form of transport. You don't need 2 traffic lights. And even if you do, surely you can work one of them on a working time basis. So it turns on at 8, turns off at 6, and it's only one around there and one on the weekends. No, you can't do that. So you've got a council here who just don't care, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, they'll put council tax up by as much as they can. They'll do what they can to the roads to make them worse. They'll ask you if a museum should be made mobile. They don't care. That's the end of the matter, really. They just don't care. If they cared, they'd be looking into the homeless issue. They wouldn't be penalising people for getting a job when they're homeless. They would be looking into working to try and stop kids going around in dark clothes on e-bikes. They'd be creating community centres for those kids. I bet you for the cost of what they've done to that road, they could have opened a community centre and funded it for a couple of years. But no, they'd rather do that. They'd rather create bigger issues for people, whether it's commuting to work or going to the football. You look at Plymouth, you look at Bristol, you look at other cities in the UK that you may have been to. And I can tell you this, I've been to Plymouth in August, and I went to a cricket match in Cardiff in August. In Cardiff, the council wanted to charge me 20 quid. in Plymouth, the council wanted to charge me £0. That's to park. Because one appreciates that putting money into the economy anyway. You're buying a ticket, you're in the city, you've come along. The other one doesn't. The other one just wants more money, more money, more money. It's dangerous how much power we are giving the council. It's dangerous. And it needs to stop. If you've got similar stories about your councils, make videos about it. Try and create a volume about it. You know, we're at a point where we've got local authorities who are using and taking advantage of things like the cost of living crisis and trying to make things worse for people at this time. And that to me is criminal. We need normal people on the council. We need tenants, not landlords. We need road users and pedestrians. We need people who want the best for Cardiff. We need people who've experienced homelessness. What we don't need is a joke that's in there now. It's not about party politics. I'd be done with it. It's about getting in people who care. And the current bunch of councillors do not.